Guys, so as tension is soaring across the world, from the west to the east, north to the south, countries divided, governments divided, citizens divided, everybody is divided. We are on the verge of seeing the collapse of the world as we know it. We are on the verge of seeing the Great Reset. And this is how it happens. There is always a reset. But there is one reset in particular that everybody's been waiting on, and that is the Great Reset. What we're witnessing right now is all the steps that are leading to a Great Reset, including a world war. Anytime you have a world war, that is the world resetting itself. Implementing a new powerhouse, implementing a new world leader, implementing new countries. Everything changes when you have the Great Reset. What's going to happen in the near future is we're going to see the collapse of a lot of governments, all to form one world government. So basically, it's going to be a one-party world government that controls the entire world. That's what we're going to see. And right now, it's looking like it's in the very, very near future. Tension between Russia and Ukraine and the West, including NATO, Taiwan and China, and the Western countries, African countries. You're seeing a lot of dictators, presidents turn dictators. You're seeing a lot of military coups. These coups it's becoming a trend. One country military sees it, another country does it, and then they try to do it. Everybody wants power. That is the ultimate goal for a lot of these leaders, is to have power, especially in Africa. That's why you see a lot of the countries in Africa having military coups, because people have an obsession with power in Africa for some reason. They can't live without it. So their democracies don't normally last long. And we're about to see a lot of democracies fall apart. We're going to start seeing a new type of government. The moment the United States government falls apart and democracy fails here, it will cause panic across the world, the globe. Because that's pretty much happened with the Soviet Union. Communism fell, and we've seen it fail across the world. The only country that's still running that system that's really important as of right now is China. So all it takes is one juggernaut to collapse, and you see it happen all around the world. So with this Great Reset, you're seeing governments turn into dictator governments, authoritarian governments. Citizens being forced into lockdowns, being forced to get jabbed. Like, this is all part of the plan. And part of the plan, when you get jabbed, you're easier to be controlled with mind control. That is their whole goal, is to use mind control. And I've explained MK Ultra and mind control plenty of times, guys. So a lot of government staffing officials in the United States, the White House mainly, are under mind control. And it's been exposed before. We had several people in the government talk about how they were under some kind of hypnosis. That's because a lot of these high-ranking, powerful politicians here in the States are perverts and like to sexually harass people. They like to treat people like slaves. But if you got them under mind control and hypnosis, they won't remember anything. So they just basically go along with your plan. And that right there is a problem itself. When they do this Great Reset, they're going to make sure they have us all we're basically under mind control. So when things start happening and falling apart, we don't remember anything. Snap of a finger, we're following the leader. So when that one world government comes into effect, and I keep telling you guys, this is the first stages of it, we're not going to challenge it. We're not going to argue it. There's going to be one powerful leader of the world, one superior dictator of the world, calling the shots. And guess who's going to follow that lead? We are, because they're already in the stages of working to control us, and they're trying to see how things play out. That's why you see a lot of these lockdowns in countries are almost identical. Every country is implementing the same lockdowns. And the countries that aren't and going against it, you're seeing their presidents be assassinated or military coups. Like, this is all part of the Great Reset. Even as far as high-ranking politicians and celebrities being killed off, this is all part of that Great Reset we're talking about. That's why you're seeing so many governments being overthrown. And the people that are making sure this happens, they're basically putting the people they want in place. So when it's time for that new world order to take effect, and that one world government, there are no leaders across the world that would challenge them. None. Why? Because these are all hand-picked leaders from the elites. And those who do go against them will be dealt with. There is a higher power out there that we don't see and that we don't really know anything about. But they're there. They have cults with people worshiping these devils. These evil people are being worshipped by the people that we think are running our country and making the laws and stuff. They're controlled by this elite group of people. And have been for a period of time that we can't even think about. The elites only care about the elites. They control everything. They are planning this Great Reset. They are planning to make sure they get us all under a strong mind control so we can just follow the lead. When it's time to depopulate us, nobody notices anything because we are puppets. They want us to be government puppets. You don't challenge the government, they have full control. The government's all about control. And that's why you see a lot of countries right now rioting and protesting and stuff like that. But the media is trying to silence this stuff because they don't want people to see it. They only show us little glimpses. They don't show us the people that are really fighting and rallying them back against their government for these lockdowns and these dictator-like mandates. Most governments are turning into dictatorships. They are preparing to all be dictators. Because when that one world government comes, the people no longer have the power. The power is within the elites. The most powerful people in the world are waiting for that moment. Because once they gain that control, history will no longer be the history as we know it. They will control everything. They will control what we learn, what we see, and we'll all be under mind control. And for those who aren't under mind control, you will have to hide, and you'll be on the run basically your whole life because they will take you out. China's already trying to create biotechnology to attack the brain. So basically, when they're at war, they have weapons that can throw off the thinking process of the average soldier or whatever. Basically, they're attacking their brains, so it'll be easier for their soldiers to take them out. That is scary. But that is the next generation of warfare. Mind control. Elon Musk, 15 of the 23 monkeys he tested his neurochip on died. 15 out of 23 died. And that's what he wanted to get implemented in humans. Why? Because it's all about control. Any of these things they're doing, like, you got to think all these big tech industries and these leaders in the big tech are part of the problem. They're part of the elite agenda. So don't think anybody out here is your savior. Not Elon Musk, not Bill Gates, not Jeff Bezos, not Mark Zuckerberg. They're all against us. All of them. And what they're doing is putting us on the verge of being under complete mind control. I've said it once, I've said it before. The government is planning the New World Order. With the help of all these billionaires and these big tech industry guys, they're getting closer and closer. Stay tuned for part 2, guys. We're not done talking about this.